We begin this morning with an apparent hacking attack that's threatening to disrupt the high-stakes presidential election in France, an election that could affect all of Europe.
The campaign of centrist Emmanuel Macron claims it suffered a massive and coordinated 11th-hour cyber attack with leaked documents designed to destabilize tomorrow's runoff election. Macron holds a large lead over far-right opponent Marine Le Pen. The attack is prompting France's election commission to hold an emergency meeting today. Mark Phillips has more from Paris. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. Well, there are a lot of issues around this hack, including, of course, who did it and why. The timing is very curious. It comes at a point here where campaigning has officially stopped, and so has the reporting on it. And the French Electoral Commission says, in fact, that any reporting on the details of the documents in the hack could be illegal.
It was the campaign of Emmanuel Macron, who's well ahead in the opinion polls going into this vote, which released news of what it called a major hack into its communications late last night. It said the documents were regular campaign communication, including financial information, but also said fake documents were inserted into the list by the hackers. Links from WikiLeaks showed lists of documents, but whatever's in them may have limited, if any, influence on the election results because of the official news blackout. All campaigning and coverage ceases in France a day ahead of the vote in what is supposed to be a period of reflection for the voters. But the Macron campaign is clearly furious. It called the hack an attempt to destabilize democracy and compared it to the accusation of Russian hacking on the Clinton campaign during last year's U.S. election. Suspicion here, too, falls on the Russians and a possible attempt to benefit the faltering campaign of Marine Le Pen, who was jeered out of one of her own rallies yesterday. Le Pen, the right-wing anti-immigration candidate, is known to be less hostile to the Kremlin. She even met with Vladimir Putin during the campaign and has received campaign funding from a Russian bank. Maybe the election will produce a surprise, she says. It would have to be a massive surprise to overcome the 20% gap by which she's trailing going into tomorrow's vote. Still, with neither of the two remaining candidates coming from the established political parties, this election has already produced a surprise.
There are a lot of parallels between the election here and the one in the U.S. last year. Two outsiders as candidates, allegations of fake news, and now, of course, this hacking. And in the end, Alex, of course, there will be an upstart as president of France.
Mark Phillips in Paris. Thanks, Mark.